Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Gator Does D&D, part of the Kingdoms of Discordia series. Ooh, boy oh boy. We are starting early today for you, all of you just tuning in. The grand total of just Josh watching right now. But yeah, I am foggy-headed as fuck. I overslept, and yeah, we'll see how well this session goes. We're gonna have to be doing, because we're starting early today, because we're going to have a short session. So, yeah, do try and stick around to the end of it. We'll try and get as much of this crammed in as possible, not to rush it too much. But otherwise, I think we should have things pretty well handled. All right. Let's go ahead and jump in with everybody else. It might help to actually... Might actually help to post things in the proper rooms and what have you. I am really, really on top of things today, apparently. But, here we go. Oh! We actually have a little bit of a special thing for you all today. And... go. And back into main things here. And
Okay,
we're
thank
live.
And we're live.
Oh, okay,
Hi,
let's read
everyone.
this gift then.
Hello.
Hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
So then, that being said, would anybody like to give us a summary of our last session?
I didn't die.
Seps never
GG.
died.
Seps nearly died and Josh survived. What?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, you did.
The good doctor is back with us again today. And I believe my coffee is done. Yes!
No.
Okay.
What's cannibalism?
No. Go ahead, Josh. Give us the rundown of last.
All right, so
Last.
there was a meeting between the magnificent and most awesome Dorian Frost and the party. They went to go rescue their mushroom-shaped friend and ended up inciting a prison riot because a monkey just had to scream. Then they escaped said prison riot and are now locked up inside of a lovely room.
So wait, why did you have to rescue Seps?
Well,
I wasn't here for that part.
he was
Because
getting
he was
turned
having the
into-
spit knocked out of his mouth.
He was,
No,
yeah, he was
why?
getting turned into mushroom patty, mate.
I'm surprised you guys haven't killed me.
He got mush-napped.
Hmm.
Got
mu-
mush-napped.
But who would bother taking squigs? I mean,
That's a good question. I don't know.
No, the real question is
Oh, he
who
knows
would
it.
bother to save me? That's the real question.
oh.
Who else? The deplorables.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah.
They're a dysfunctional family, but a family in the end of the day.
Yeah.
We need our another. We
Even-
need our rocket.
Even dementia-ridden grandpa.
Yeah.
I hope that's not a slight at us.
No, no.
I mean, technically, John's older than all of you combined. Plus, he is riddled with dementia.
Yeah.
That's very true. Right.
It's a
Riddle
co-
me
it's
this,
co-
riddle me that. Who's the ginormous twat?
Oh, actually, Gator, you can use the screenshot I got for the colored version for the.
Oh, I already used it.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So,
Uh,
you mind setting the scene again?
Okay, so you all have sort of hunkered down in Dorian's room in the C block. you can hear there's quite a lot of commotion outside. Occasionally you hear bursts of gunfire, screams, what you would typically come to expect, and the dull droning... One moment, please. Yes?
Do you want to mute yourself, buddy? No?
Yeah, get it. I wanna-
pack of smokes and what was it? Coke. Coke. You want a Metro Leaf?
No, okay.
We're very
So,
professional
unmuted.
here.
It's fine. Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Very professional.
All right.
Everyone
Sorry about that.
watching,
Sorry
hello,
about
and I
that.
hope you will enjoy the coming session.
I got
Yeah.
a voice modulator.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
I
unmuted
mean-
you.
Sounds
It
really weird.
works.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Yeah. Basically, yeah, you guys have sort of ended up spending the night in sort of spent the night in Dorian's room, and from what you can hear, hell is going on outside. Because of the drone of the warning klaxons, getting sleep is not exactly an easy thing. But at least considering the comfortable appointments, it's a little bit easier on you. So I'm going to make a roll, as soon as I find my dice, against y'all's fortitude.
Can I roll to knock myself out on the bed?
Won't matter. It's going to be loud enough to get you. Is it? Yeah, these are prison klaxons. No, you guys are actually able to sleep through it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Maybe we
on
should
the
be
various.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Prison klaxons, schmrisen klaxons.
Hmm.
You'd be amazed what you can sleep through. I can sleep through a fire. Well, we're tired enough I can actually fall asleep with all of the fire alarms going off.
Yeah. Well,
That's not a good
that's why it's the fortitude check is there, just to see whether or not you guys get the exhaustion counter. In any case, morning finally does come, and it sounds like things have died down outside. You hear the clank of what was it, the mechanical lock on the front of the room, as the door swings open to a fairly battered-looking fox girl.
Oh boy.
Oh.
She just keeps coming back for more, doesn't she?
Foxy,
I kept him out. Ugh.
thanks, Dom.
She just sort of like comes in, goes over to your mini bar, cracks it open, grabs a bottle of fucking vodka, and just flips you off and goes to the infirmary room off to the side by herself.
I guess I deserve that one.
Hmm.
Yeah, probably.
Ugh.
Well, we lived through the night longer than I expected. How's the
hungry.
doc doing?
Oh shit.
Back.
Right.
Squigs, he is stabilized, but Squigs, you took an awful beating there.
Much health I have.
No, you've healed back to full after a long rest. However, you have half your healing surges that you would normally have. Or wait, do you guys have healing surges? Because I'm thinking about this in 4E terms.
Second
again.
breath.
Okay.
Yeah,
You do not have a second wind in you right now.
Okay.
It'll take some time for you to properly recover. And despite Stitch McCafferty's expert work as a, you could probably guess he was probably a mob surgeon or something like that. He put you back together and saved your life.
Now that I
Sorry.
look at the fox girl, I'm pretty happy that I made it in here in time.
Yeah.
So, Carla,
Hmm?
when you saw the agent coming in to our cell with a knife, what was he wearing?
question.
Oh, Detective, or not Detective, but Director Wu. He was, let's see here. Ji Woo, when he went in there, was wearing his uniform bottom, but he had a vest and suspenders over the top with the sleeves rolled up. You can still see his badge on his shoulder, his security badge with a big red star on it.
So he's a communist.
Mm.
Well, we missed dodged a bullet there, didn't we?
We dodged something, that's for sure. For now.
What's our next step?
Well, first we gotta feed this one before she eats us out of, well, house, home, and us. And Jesus, just I think the mess is still open. That didn't make a lot of difference. Probably should peek outside, see how things are. Seems to have that out.
I'll go first. I'll step on out into the gantry.
Out in the main corridor, you can smell smoke, and the air is fairly hazy. You see sparks falling from different areas, and a few bodies of fellows with the white tag on their shoulders. There's other intermixed here and there, green, some black, and you can't really, at this angle, at this distance, you can't tell if they all of them are alive or dead, but they are not moving. The door to the the main the main cell block is closed at this time. However, it does not look to be locked from what you can tell.
Wukong's going to go back into the cell and just slump up against the wall and slide down the wall and sit down on the floor.
Rez, how's that arm, buddy?
I'll be fine. It's I don't know about Sets or you or Maggie or Kara.
Food.
Stamper.
I'm good.
Yeah, just there. Tense look towards Maggie. Yeah, we better escort this one to get something to eat.
Yeah, I'll
We'll
catch
get
up.
to that. Yeah, just stay safe, okay?
I'll be fine.
I wonder if Tim is all right.
Oh, Big Tim, right?
Yep, Big Tim.
Oh, that is a good question. You know where he went? He was with you, right?
We both went off into different directions when the whole riot started.
As a note,
Anything could have happened.
As a note, Big Tim is from main block with the rest of you all.
Oh, fair enough.
Can we check on Seps first? Before I throw up?
If you do throw up, try not to aim for Sets.
I
Also,
won't.
don't throw up in my own house. Throw up on the anywhere else.
Throw up on the fox girl. She seems to have a bad attitude anyway.
Oh.
You throw up on my
I heard that, you asshole! She pokes her head in and gives Mukong the dirtiest look possible.
And I give her the dirtiest look possible.
She will re-break your arm again, and the dog's out, so you're kind of SOL on that one.
She won't be able to do much if she actually throws up on her.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's like,
Okay, check on Seps and food.
Mm-hmm.
just so we know how he's doing.
Yeah.
Maggie throws up on,
Well,
on someone that's like living in a London suburb.
Oh no.
So he's still
walking
passed out.
together.
Is he?
Steps is like he can wake up now. He's fine to wake up if you guys.
Hey.
I taste pain!
Oh.
Doc, you're at an 11. I need you to 5.
How are you doing?
That's screaming.
Okay, that's better.
What happened?
Yeah, Doc.
Got jumped by about 6 dudes, and 3 of them are dribbling wrecks now because of your blood.
Well, Doc, if it's any consolation, you science the hell out of them.
Oh yeah.
Some of them OD'd.
Aw, I'm sad. I wasn't able to do it in their face. Or at least with my hands. Science them. It'd be science them.
Oh, you faced that a lot, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Put it this way, Shooting Stars was playing for an awful lot of them.
Oh, I love that song.
I thought you might get the reference.
Doc, you don't sound too good.
I guess during the beating, it must have been able to fuck over a little bit with my vocal cords and made it a little bit higher. I would not be surprised when it comes to that type of comes to that psychological damage. Oh well, time for us to get onto the road.
I'm gonna put on a rubber glove and slap Squigs.
Slap Steps.
Yeah, sorry.
Zaps.
Pilsnick's taught, fantastic.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Stanford?
Just commenting that the mushroom's not dead.
Mm-hmm. So, everyone packing? What little weapons we got?
Yeah, I'll roll my padding over my knuckles.
Ooh, can I get one?
By the way, John, you get a bit of static in your head as you hear, seems like your own voice saying it, but something isn't right. Goes through your head.
There's a moment where he freezes and seems nervously turns about, frantically looking.
John, are you okay?
I am going to invoke scan mode for this.
Okay, what are you aiming it at? Just general sort of information?
General pattern, baseline pattern establishment, and anything that will jump out as anomalous.
Hyper autism mode engaged.
The fact that things are super quiet in the prison, despite the fact that there was just a considerable riot. This is the first time that you have been in this prison in which there has not been a din of noise. And it doesn't take a genius to realize that that is absolutely an anomalous state for this sort of place. Beyond that, you also are able to eyeball in and notice that there are several small holes about a few millimeters in diameter that pepper the walls outside of the cell. There's a little bit of scoring around them, almost like bubbled, like something melted through.
John goes over to analyze and calls the other ones closer. He runs his fingertips through the texture and trying to analyze it. What is this?
Can I take a look?
Something's off here. Yeah.
I can do a science check.
Wukong's going to be
Yeah.
keeping an eye out on the gantry.
Nobody in the block right now. There is nobody moving.
Yeah, but still, he's
if the
anticipating being attacked.
All right,
there's no noise.
Could I use my heat vision, like my
Predator vision.
Yeah.
Does that work while you've got the color on?
You have the lights on. It's just hazy in there, but like the smoke can still obscure your predator vision. To a point.
Can I Can I do a
Sure.
check to figure out with John what the holes are?
Yeah. You don't want to make a
Mechanics
science.
or science?
It would be a science check.
Okay, 24.
You are able
Nice.
to you are able to tell from the the pattern scattering on these that it was something, and also the angle of how the metal has been melted, that these came from the direction of the doorway. These are shot marks. There's carbon scoring around the edges of the holes. There's no bullets to be seen, however, which is the odd thing. This had to have been caused by a high-energy projectile.
Boy.
Mm,
You are also able to tell that that this would be the same characteristic markings of what you see in a few of the guys that are laid down nearby to this hole, who are, well, they've bled out, long since bled out.
Mm.
But they have burnt small holes on their chests.
Cauterized
Can I
wound.
search them down?
Good.
Mm.
Give me a
Fantastic.
give me a d20 check.
Just a d20.
Yeah, just flat d20.
1 second then.
Because I think perception is like ridiculous for searching somebody.
Mm.
7.
7.
He has pockets. I can't find a way in them.
No. You found a way into the pockets. You actually find a pack of smokes.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That's about it. Like,
Maggie is eyeing the smokes. Can I eat that?
No. Better don't.
Oh.
Better don't. Those are very valuable in here.
I was gonna say they're really bad for your health, considering they cause a lot of diseases and cancers to be able to go through.
Hey,
Stating
Frost,
the
have
obvious. You
you-
had
Hey,
a
Frost, have
right.
you got a lighter?
Saps, you have no idea what she already ate.
by the way,
Pain.
I ate
Yeah.
pain.
He ate the person.
That too.
And none of you could wake me up for that situation. That would have been amazing to see.
I did that to
Frost.
protect you. Well,
Yeah.
Got a light?
By the way,
Yeah, the matches on the table over there.
Alright. I'll go in and get the matches. Come back out.
Mm. So
So
basically, we have a riot that apparently went from chaos to completely quiet, but still dead bodies on the floor, gunned down. Some sort of weaponry got used. Doc, any clues?
What
This
for the type
doesn't
of
sound so-
weapon it is?
Yeah.
Let's see here. No bullet. High impact. Probably something more energy based than anything else. I know is that they've been trying to get the androids going in. So
Oh god.
so it's probably
They're
starting-
moving sooner. They're phasing out the AUG guards already. And they're just deciding to clean house.
guys,
This is our time window just got a lot shorter.
Why is it
guys,
so quiet? Hello?
Why do you think? They're just offing anyone they found. Yes, Maggie.
I feel like throwing up. Can we please get some food?
Eat the balcony.
I could.
Not my balcony.
actually,
The other one.
Actually,
there.
there is a whoops, that got a little bit too loud. What's it? You will notice that that you have the strangest inclination towards the walls of the room that you're in right now. It almost you kind of think back to the old story of Hansel and Gretel.
On the gingerbread house.
Yep. And suddenly, you like for some odd reason or another, the guardrail actually does look appetizing. Maybe it's the hunger. Maybe you're just losing your mind.
Well,
But you get the urge to take a chomp out of it.
As well, that no one's gonna miss. So
Yeah.
you might as
Well,
I got a
Maggie's
strange
gonna take-
idea. How about she is going to eat her way out of this?
So
possible.
So Maggie, you see Maggie slowly approaching the guardrail,
Mm.
widening her mouth as much as she can above normal. Her tentacle tongue wraps around the guardrail
Mm.
Ugh.
and just chomps on it.
Oh god.
All right,
Oh,
give
God.
me a a strength check.
If
Oh,
I'm not
this-
mistaken, the first time that Mukong has actually seen Maggie eat like that.
Same here. Oh.
You're able to
But-
chomp clean through the metal. It crunches in your mouth a bit like a kind of like if you took a Twix bar and you put it in the freezer.
Oh, this is a good idea. John rushes over, grabs a section of the railing, then directs Maggie to bite on another end. So he'll have a bar in his hands.
Nom 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 nom.
Hey Maggie, do you reckon you could bite out like a 6-foot length of this steel bar?
Using her as a tool at this point. Just guiding her head.
Hey, look,
So 6
Maggie,
foot, right?
Maggie,
John's like
if you're hungry,
measuring with Paul.
could you
What?
buy me,
What?
Six
could
foot's
you
about
buy me, could you buy me a
40.
6-foot bar of this steel for me?
John's already measuring it with,
Yeah,
with
she
the palm
can.
of his hand.
Maggie's gonna do just that.
Here you go, right here. Just guiding
So-
her head to the railing.
Well, as you're chomping through it and whatnot, and you guys are busied with that, Foxy walks back out, taking a slog off the vodka, addressing Stomper Squigs, Stomper Seps, and Carla, as well as Dorian, and it's like, God damn, the son of a bitch has fucking bull rushed us. Ah. Shit, they sent the fucking bots in.
Hmm?
The bot. Ogs.
Maggie's mouth is full at the moment.
I was right.
I think I can probably. I knew this was gonna happen.
What do you mean you knew this was gonna happen? Well, anyone
Think
with
about
half a brain could see that. They've been wanting an excuse to phase the new guards in. A riot is just what they could want for.
I was able to
Okay.
wound. I was able to wound the one that they sent into our block. I guess they didn't think that we would cause as much trouble.
Anything
Sheesh.
special you can tell us about him?
I mean, you've seen them, fucking armed to the gills, and Jesus, they've got like,
No, we haven't seen.
yeah,
Tell us
they're
as much as we can, please.
they've got like kind of like this armor over their bodies. Like I couldn't even crack it with a sword. Fucking goddamn thing. It's She points over nearby and you see a bent handmade sword. Where it from what you can tell, it's made from the same material as the prison itself, just sharpened into a usable implement. And it's crumpled, and you see at one point on it what looks like if you ever took like a piece of Play-Doh and you squeezed it in your hand, the shape that it takes as you drop it.
Yeah.
The fucking things they've got.
Augmented strength.
Yeah.
Also servo implants.
Oh, they're also fucking. They're lobotomized. One of our guys was supposed to be a technopath. He couldn't fucking get into him. There's meat. There's meat.
Look at towards Maggie, then back to the Fox girl.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, they seem to have fucking guns that come out of it anywhere on their bodies. It's like they're made out of fucking liquid metal or something.
They sound like a fun toy to.
Do they shift around?
Yeah. When I clocked him with my fucking blade, the fucking thing just... It sounded like I had broken something, and it looked like I had broken its fucking arm, but it just ratcheted back into place.
Okay, so I am going to try what's going to be a completely miserable science check, but that's part of the thing.
That's why I'm here.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's nothing like getting it massively wrong and being corrected, right?
The T1000 are here. Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's go.
I like
Science. Science.
Actually, we should probably let.
Ooh,
Science
nice.
do science,
Holy
as
shit.
in shout
Actually,
out.
John
Yeah.
got it.
A 19, apparently.
No, we should let Seps shout in the name of science. So
As you
Jan's eyes start like rapidly moving from side to side, and for a moment there, they just seem almost like white.
So you're starting to put two and two together here. What you're starting to notice that these Augs are distinctly familiar to you in the sense of you're able to connect a lot of parallels between them and Carla.
Oh,
Except from what it sounds like, these are much more heavy combat units.
Military android models, nanotech, Mark IVs maybe. Wait,
Boys.
where did that even? John's a bit like perturbed as his eyes go back to having pupils and irises, at least to the people around him. Yeah, those things are just built-in energy housed by the nanites expelled as projectiles. Plus the physical shifting, so those things will probably be as mobile as they are strong.
Can we?
Oh. Doc, any
Yeah?
ideas here? Because I'm not seeing a way in our current state to go against these things.
Yeah.
We
How about
are
we can-
literally outgunned.
How about we can try getting these colors off?
Well, that would be a good idea. How hungry are you?
I can try.
It's gonna be a very close bite.
Who volunteers?
I'm gonna just try
I
and rip my
will.
collar off first.
Oh, Seps.
Just as a reminder,
I
You-
wouldn't
yeah.
recommend that. Maybe,
you
maybe
recall-
someone less poisonous.
you recall that you were told when these collars were fixed to you that if you try and tamper with them, they will detonate and blow your heads off. So you're gonna have to get it in one clean swoop on the area where the explosive is at.
The explosion needs to go away. So you better know where you're going for.
Well,
I mean,
is there
she
a
could-
test?
Throw up on it.
I mean, you know, there's
gamble.
it's possibilities.
I can test it on the person, not you guys, but maybe on the dead prisoners or whatnot.
They'd have to have restraining collars of their own.
They do.
A
They're
co-
prisoners.
Not all the prisoners in the prison are augmented like mutated or augmented like ourselves. But let's check anyway. So, can we check out if any of the dead prisoners have collars on?
Yeah, it's just a quick cursory thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and
Perception.
no, go. You're checking over them, and
Yeah,
it's easy enough to see. I mean, it's obvious, like fairly large collar.
Mm.
4 of them actually have collars on.
Well, we just found our guinea pigs.
If you can remove the explosives, but keep them intact,
She's gonna have to crunch it up immediately.
alright.
Or no, damn it! I should have said anything. Fuck.
Mm.
Thank you.
No. This goes within the line of the information you had supplied to
so
target.
why don't
Yeah.
you have a go looking at these things?
I can science check them. Or mechanics, actually.
Yeah, it would be a mechanics check.
Let me check.
And Yeah, go for it.
Let's see, how well do I know where the bomb is? Nowhere.
You're at least able to isolate the bomb to a certain region. Like, Maggie's gonna have to stretch a little bit on her jaws to chomp it, but you've isolated it to roughly about an eighth of the circumference of the.
What check is it? Mechanics?
Science.
It's a mechanics.
Mechanics.
It's a mechanics check.
Maybe,
Oh.
maybe I should take a look too.
Go for it.
Ooh.
There we go.
Carla's able to, with Squig's help, or with Seps's help, you guys are able to isolate the area where the explosive is at. It's about roughly 3 inches to the left of the blinking light on the top of the collar. You're able to see that there is, a distinct impression for where a special kind of key is supposed to be applied to it. Strangely enough, that these things actually have mechanical key slots. However, it probably goes to follow that it wouldn't be that simple. Not without being able to take the damn thing apart. You guys have probably seen a few of these at the slave auction pits.
Well, Mukong probably would have done in the pit fighting ranks.
Yeah, Mukong would definitely be familiar with it. Also, Dat, you're gonna need to speak up, bud.
Oh, am I that quiet? Sorry.
Yeah, you were being quiet.
John just rubbing into his stubbled jaw. Mechanical keys. We did see one person carrying a bunch of them.
What? Who?
Chunk.
Biggs got it in one, buddy.
Should we go and terrify
May I test one of? I get
Oh.
out one of my
Ah,
claws.
yeah.
One of
Lockpick
these.
it.
Just trying.
Try it.
Ooh.
I mean,
I mean,
if
if
you
you
got
gotta
enough
try it on the
guinea pigs.
Yeah, I mean, we got 4.
On the dead guy, please, not on me.
Dead guy.
I'm not Sept, I don't taste pain as well as he does.
We should probably go back to a slightly safe distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna step
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Just walk away from this slowly.
Yeah, same.
So this is going to be a dexterity check for you.
For me, alright.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't move my
I got a
icon.
+4 on that.
I can't
Also-
move my icon.
Also, you're going to need, Carla, you're going to need some, aside from your claw, you're probably going to need something extra for it.
There's probably
It's
some of the surgical tools from the infirmary.
yeah, and as you're kind of like scratching your head and looking around, thinking about it, you notice the
shiv on them.
well, you hear a jingle jangle of metallic pieces coming from somewhere nearby. Roll
Okay.
perception.
Oh,
Will do.
I got spurs, they jingle, jingle, jingle.
well, my
Perception is
13 for John.
Jesus Christ.
Cordyceps is too
busy.
he's too busy examining the gunshot holes. For the rest of you, all your eyes fall on Stumfer.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
You're a walking pile of grenades and shrapnel.
Oh, true. That thing you did yesterday. You detached part of yourself as a tool.
Uh-huh. Do you
Some
want
of
me to
those
do that again?
minor. Could you?
I could.
Just. Yeah, John's like trying to pick out the ideal piece of shrapnel. It might help Carla do it. Because he kind of looks around him.
a long, thin needle. Is what you mean.
Just a little bit right here near the collarbone. You think
Just
you can
grabs
detach
it,
it?
pulls it out. Oh, that's not the collarbone.
I taste
Wrong part.
funny.
Okay, and I take 8 damage for that?
Nope, you take 1 damage because it's
Because
it's
it's a tiny
yeah
piece.
yeah it's a very tiny piece. It's almost
we-
negligible.
We found Stanford's special talent, I think.
He's a toolbox. He's a walking toolbox.
And you got a
Chat.
walking bin.
He's got a walking
Shrapnel.
toolbox, bin, grenade.
Stenfer has a lot of utility when you get down to it.
Utility man. He's the German army man.
He's a German army knife. There you go.
German army. I handle a small shrapnel pick to Carla. You may need this for help.
Alright.
All right, so now you're working with a +2 on top of your standard dex, and you are able to try and pick the lock.
We give her. And let's roll them bones.
Wait, another dex check?
She already did it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't see it.
It was
When-
an 18.
it was an 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
So at +2.
So +2, that makes it a 20. You are able to, as the pieces click and clink, you're able to feel out quite a bit on the inside of the lock. It is stupidly complicated. If you find the key for this later on, you'll know that it's going to not be a normal looking key. Aside from that, as you feel a clink, your eyes go blue, as you are now interfacing with the onboard computer for it.
Oh, that's right.
Update!
Hey, honey, how you doing?
So it's connecting to you through your claw, which didn't quite know that you had that ability. Neat.
Oops.
But go ahead and roll me an int check.
Mine.
What was
What-
it that
what
old
check?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah, to be able to crack the encoding.
That's a +3.
What was the old Star Wars
God.
rap? R2-D&G,
Damn
aren't you dangerous? Always having sex with
Alright.
strangers or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as it goes for Carla, she was not able to crack the encoding in time.
Oh, she better step back.
What's your reflex?
My reflex is 19.
19. It barely beat you. It did it rolled a 20. The collar goes off, and you are thrown back as the person's head completely detonates. It is clean gone from its body, and you take what was it? You take 5 damage from the blast as you are knocked back.
Carla?
Okay.
Carla? Are you okay?
I'm okay. Just
Okay. Oh, that was.
That was interesting.
You are at least
I
able to
tried.
find. You are at least able to find out that the explosions are facing inwards, so it's not as damaging to things around it.
That's okay. I just need to open my neck like a Pez dispenser and I'll be alright
Well, we have 3 left.
then. I say we try a different method.
So, keys then. Fair.
At least I kind of know how it is.
Fighting.
At least I know how the keys are supposed to look like. So
Maggie, how hungry are you still?
I can eat some more, but I can.
Okay,
Well, my suggestion
well-
is to.
Dead guy color on the menu. Let's see if you can eat explosive.
I guess I
You
can.
said you were hungry, didn't you?
You see that bomb that just went off and tore that dude's head off? Yeah, go put your lips around one.
I guess she's going to be very, very unfriendly bowels.
Well,
Explosive
John,
diarrhea is
Look.
meant so.
What?
I can throw up and use. You can use that. Remember how it melted?
Yeah.
It takes
never
time.
forget.
Trash can?
It does take time. However, you are aware of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on.
So
However-
our options are
However, for her, those collars are looking like candy cane rings.
Of course.
you know, little plastic explosives, just
She's
little
living in
fizz.
Candyland. Everything is eatable.
You know that mutation might actually be causing her vision to change. like seriously, she might actually be seeing the world as Candyland.
Oh,
Similar to what was it, the pyro? Yeah.
I went exactly the same place when you said that.
I know.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Okay. You didn't hear anything? You didn't hear anything? No.
Go on.
No. Okay. So yeah, Maggie's gonna suggest I can throw up, and
She
maybe.
Pour
Yes?
it into the keyhole and to pick the lock.
Just enough.
And kind of corrode it out.
Okay. I can
Fine.
try that.
Well, you
So.
better. Good. Then pretend you're a bulimic cheerleader.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Jen just like a bulimic cheerleader.
So
No,
what
I
is the
don't know.
role? What is the role to throw up?
There's no roll. It's a utility power.
I mean,
Okay,
if
so
you
she-
want
So-
to describe it, I can punch you in the stomach.
So
No, I can do this myself. I don't need someone to punch me in the stomach.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
She's
Hit her in
So
the
you-
balls.
From far away, I guess you see Maggie hulking his shoulders a little bit, trying to cough up something up, and then you see like a black acid-looking substance going on top of the guy. And
All right.
melting the
Also,
collar.
props to Genocide resubscribing. Thanks again, bud.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much,
Yay.
buddy.
Also, Devil
Actually,
King was acting like Oprah Winfrey and gave everyone a sub.
Again?
People are resubscribing on their
Oh,
own.
god damn it, Devil. Oh, you
Aw,
fucking
Del.
you're
Every
fucking
false-
god, man.
Every 4 sessions he does it.
Oh. All right.
Okay.
So you as you retch, you
Vomit.
vomit forth a black substance. Doesn't really taste like anything to you, kind of like water more than anything, thick
Yeah.
water.
Oh,
But the stuff hits onto you cannot control how much of it comes up. And it just splatters on the side of the guy's head, as well as all over the collar on the unit. It starts to fizzle and crack as the guy's face begins to disintegrate. Also,
Direct application, not an option. Sorry.
Also, it looks like it's you hear like a click and a whir, similar to how it went when Carla's collar went boom. However, the acid seems to have eaten through it, or not the acid, but the substance itself has eaten the triggering mechanism faster than it could go.
Oh,
So a combination of the
interesting.
acid with
Oh, but
careful application. She vomits a larger blob. We use an utensil to scoop out a tiny portion and stick it into the lock.
Well-
If you're precise enough and with enough timing, it can be done.
we just need something to coat. Oh god.
Even a spoon, it only has to last long enough to drop a dab of it.
I got a weird idea. I need to coat my clothes with something.
You may
Something
want.
that
You
that
will not want to do that. Did you see what it
Yeah.
did to that dude's face?
also you see after it's gone through the collar,
Mm.
it has it just kept going. It's gone through the guy's it's going through the guy's neck on underneath the collar.
Oh,
He has about half a face left at this point.
When does his tongue flop out?
There is no tongue anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, everything it eats out. It's like styrofoam being poured at acetone.
Yeah, actually, that's a pretty good likening to it.
Hmm.
It's like it's like as if his entire head was made out of acetone, and yeah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, so that's what happens. Oh.
But explain why you weren't
Getting full.
not as full. Yeah, I mean, she did feel like she was gonna explode after she ate that entire guy before, but
So, John uses
I have one more
suggestion.
suggestion.
also, by the way, Maggie, you vomited up your entire lunch, so you are fucking starving again.
Oh, that's
And those collars still look like fucking wonderful little candy cane rings.
In worst case, the torso of that
Hungry?
one guy is still there.
I'm not gonna eat a person.
So
He's
that thing.
already dead.
John actually
I'm not
put.
gonna eat a
No.
person.
John approaches Maggie, opens her mouth really open.
No.
Get a good look at her tongue.
Ugh.
Well, it comes out of her. She still has teeth. She
Oh.
still has a tongue. She could.
You
Ugh.
see,
Well,
you see that the remnants of that black liquid in her mouth are
Scalding
causing
her.
it. It's causing her tongue to sizzle, and it's being replaced with like as you see small pits form, a silvery lattice covers it.
Hmm.
What?
Okay, we got the delivery method right here. As soon as she
Like,
vomits, she's gonna have just enough left on her tongue. Let's
Well,
go.
eat
She
the-
can't use it again.
like,
She's completely
clothes and
empty.
Yeah.
boots.
Yeah.
Eat the,
Okay.
eat the stuff off of them, like clothes and boots. dude.
Just dip your. Can she dip her tongue into the pool of corrosive substance?
You could try.
She could.
Would you like to?
Okay.
Just a tip.
Tip. Just the tip.
Came out of you. What are you expecting?
She's gonna be fine, but
Probably
she's gonna.
won't happen anything.
Is there an open door nearby?
The what?
Is there an open door nearby?
There is one open cell.
Okay, Maggie, go eat.
Mm.
There's a
Go
bear
eat.
there. Go eat.
Yeah, at
Well,
this point, there's
okay.
been
So
enough
what's
damage.
what's going on? What are you guys going to do?
Fill her up
I mean,
again.
We can hear. For some reason, Nell's just crying into everyone's ear instead of saying something, and I'm assuming
because
it's hunger,
John-
I'm assuming it's hunger pains, right?
Well, because John was holding her mouth open.
Oh,
she
yeah.
couldn't say-
I said. I already said, John. Let go.
Oh,
Oh.
there you go.
I
Just
said it.
John?
stomped her foot, held her mouth open like a trash can.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Maggie.
John,
Yes, Maggie.
don't do that again, or I'll eat your hand off. Got it?
You can't use your mouth if I dislocate your jaw.
Don't
Smile.
test me.
That you know.
Don't test me.
This is
I think you should go
Because
eat.
you
needlessly
tasted-
confrontation. I'm gonna
Kids,
walk in
we're
between the two of
supposed to
them
work
and
You-
push them.
together here.
You
You know,
tasted
guys,
we're
we're
not
such
getting
great friends.
You tasted really good. Don't do that. I don't want to do that. Got it? Ask me.
Hey, Maggie, go and eat the
Fair
fried chicken
enough.
bed over there.
Okay.
The what?
Fried chicken bed.
Yeah, you just see Maggie going eating what's in that cell or
Hey, what's in this toilet? Hey, they didn't flush.
Oh no! There are limits on that.
yeah.
Yeah. Just
So
just for the rest of us in that sort of deal, there are limits.
Yeah.
So Maggie goes into the cell and just eats what she can see.
Meanwhile, looking
yeah,
back at
Corpse on the
Carla.
bed.
No corpse.
So
Okay,
we
so-
have very limited and risky options so far, but we do have some.
No.
What
Alright.
about?
Does Maggie find anything interesting in this cell? In that. Or
A
does
bunch
that
of
corpse-
nudie pictures
Hey,
pinned up to the side of the wall.
Too.
She eats the nudie pictures. You just see her coming out with a mouth full of nudie pics.
You can't eat that kind of pussy too, alright?
It's a compulsion.
At this point, I'm starting to question whether or not Maggie's even like conscious of what she's doing half the time.
Well, the thing is though, she's come back chewing on those, but she seems to have a few silver teeth.
What?
For trying to chew on the beds and whatnot, it didn't seem that your jaw was had enough strength into it, or at least your teeth didn't have enough strength, and so you cracked your teeth out. Instead, your body has regrown the teeth, and they are the ones that are missing or cracked have been replaced with metal.
To ask a question, if I was to say, hit Maggie in the face with my pipe, and that sounds a lot dirtier than I was expecting it to.
Yeah,
with
go
that
on.
steel bar that I got,
Yeah.
knock out the rest of her teeth, would that deal actual damage to her?
It would, but I don't think Maggie would be very keen on it.
Yeah.
I mean, does she really have a choice?
Holy shit!
Oh, okay. I mean, oh boy.
I can't believe I said that.
I don't like being treated like this. Come on.
Foxy,
Wait, this-
Foxy
wait,
is
this-
leaning against. Foxy's leaning against the wall, drinking, and it's like, Dorian, your new friends are really weird.
It's so interesting watching this happen.
Jen just looking at them going, good idea. Needs better execution.
I'm not going to put my fist anywhere near that. No, I'm not going to finish that sentence. I knew where that was going.
So yes,
There you go. But yeah. So basically,
so your options on the table now are
Yeah.
you can continue to abuse poor Maggie.
we can.
She can try to bite through a collar, or you guys can continue on.
I probably say we should probably find the keys, because no matter how much we're gonna try, and no matter
If we miss, yeah, too high stakes.
I mean, you can risk it for the biscuit. That's always a thing.
Yeah, but whenever there's biscuits, you need to have tea or whatever the Americans have with biscuits.
Gravy.
The fuck is wrong with you?
You've never had biscuits.
Their
You never had.
aren't biscuits.
Their
Bi-
biscuits.
Oh, okay.
Their
Carry on,
biscuits are
mm.
like pie toppings.
What? What?
Damn it, that's good.
What?
Yeah,
I think
it's
we're
like
gonna go
fluffy
into
little
the
bread.
weird bread.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Because we're
Okay,
yeah.
so we keep going.
It's up to y'all.
Heading towards the central control tower.
Yeah.
As you approach the exit to C block, Foxy turns around and reaches into the room, hitting a button, or turning around and chucking something back to Dorian. Take it, you'll need it.
Ah, of course.
It's a pistol with
Thanks,
a single
Dom.
bullet in it. It's not making it out of this session.
Don't jinx it, you bastard.
It actually is a pistol that was smuggled in. It's got one clip.
God fucking damn it.
I'm gonna go get the stats for that real quick.
It's just light.
Oh, I can give you the
gun.
stats for that. right?
Yeah, John has it. Okay, so as you reach the doorway, it is closed. It seems to be slightly malfunctioning. It says that it's unlocked, but as you approach to it, it's not opening. Or at
Plus
least
4 accuracy, 1d8 damage. Range is 10 squares.
and it's int dexed.
Exactly. The highest of your intelligence or dexterity you aim with it, barring powers that we don't have available. That would otherwise override that. But yeah, pretty much what Gator said.
All right. So, yeah. So the door is malfunctioning.
Is it like completely
Okay, I'm here.
locked
Sorry.
down, or is it?
Oh, just in time.
I mean, it's closed. You could probably lever it open with a proper application of strength with a long bar of metal.
Yeah,
Did
like
I
Or
miss?
you could
we have
maybe,
one.
or if
prying
you
the door open.
yeah, the door is locked right now, or not locked, but it's closed and it seems to be damaged. Other than that, you'll see that the side was blasted open, so the interior wires and components are exposed.
Does the door
Doc?
look heavy enough to like lift open? Well,
It
I'm
closes
assuming it
sideways.
opens upward.
It
So-
yeah, it closes sideways.
Is it like light enough for me to like push it across?
Well, I just said that you could lever it open,
Right.
possibly with a pry bar or something.
You do have a very large bar with you now,
I do.
so give it a try.
Yeah, alright. Let's do it.
All right, give me a strength check.
1 second. Keep fucking closing my character sheet.
This is a very large door, also.
12.
A 12.
Can
I'll
we?
do a strength check.
Yeah, same here.
Nope.
That's better.
So Stomfer is the only one after Seps and Mukong wrestle and fight with it, going at it. It takes the additional muscle of the German army knife to be able to jimmy open the door.
I mean, you could have made a pry bar out of your like thigh bone or something. I don't know.
Nah, he doesn't have long enough components inside of him.
Ich habe gemacht.
I don't understand German.
I
Someone shouts down the hallway.
That just by a lot.
What is that?
Who was that?
Foxy.
Oh,
We weren't talking to you, bitch.
Fuck you! You damn ape!
Yeah, you fucking would. Anyway,
Get out from that.
So yeah, you're able to wedge the door and finally start to press it open. It is ungodly heavy. There's probably some kind of either a pneumatic system or counterweight system inside of the doorway that.
can I assist on opening the door, or is it
That's-
done?
No, this is with all of you combined. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Everyone has
it's
to help.
yeah. You hear a mechanical scrape as you open the doorway, and you are greeted to a grisly scene. There are bodies of prisoners everywhere in the commons. There's blood caking on the walls as well as carbon scoring, and a slight fire going on nearby to the canteen.
I'd like to do some like looting.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw up a perception check just to make sure we are alone.
Okay, go ahead.
can I do the same as well?
If you'd like. Yeah, you can aid for it.
So 17,
So,
4, and 19.
alright, so, as Stomfer, holds a hand up and starts looking around, he catches earshot of mechanical clanking, points in a direction where Maggie is short enough that she's able to see under some of the tables and see a pair of feet walking. Mechanical feet, as well as John he can piece all of it together and realize that that's probably one of the Augs.
All right, in that case, I'm picking up that body. You better believe I have myself a living club or dead club.
John's gonna go for the discretion being
Yes.
the part of valor and trying to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I too would also go into
Just
stealth.
slide
Yes,
into.
I'm-
I look up and go,
Stealth check.
wait, what the fuck? Oh, okay. and
Yeah.
I join them.
Okay,
I'm like rifling through this dude's pockets. I turn around and everyone's just hit the fucking deck.
Get down, damn it!
Got a 20
Down!
stealth check.
Down again.
24 on hiding amongst the dead bodies.
17.
All right, so Dorian's hiding among dead bodies.
Three.
All right. Let me
Oh,
see.
Ryan
Let me
is
see
just
the.
ridiculously fucking low tonight, and I don't like it.
Stealth, right?
You still have the curse of last session on you.
Don't put that kind of evil on me.
Knock on wood. Anyways,
Three negative,
Well,
three
hugging.
ones on this one.
all right. So where are you all hiding?
I'm
Because-
going underneath one of the tables.
Okay.
I'm lying amongst the corpses like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator because I was
I am a
trained by.
corpse.
Mag-
Seps is beat up enough to look like a corpse right now.
I'm just on
That's
the
it,
table
Heidi.
looking like shrapnel.
Actually, you can do that. You can do that. You can cause yourself to just fall in a pile of parts.
Yeah,
You
we do.
ragdoll.
Yeah, we just-
I put my systems on semi-standby and just hide among the corpses too.
Maggie's
All
gonna
right.
hide in a trash can somewhere.
So
Just
Y- yeah, the trash
Oof.
can rattles as you get inside of it, and
yeah, you guys
you do not have anything above you, and you hear
Oh.
a it's kind of a strange noise. But it's definitely a noise of alarm.
Is it like the Is it the exclamation mark noise? Metal Gear?
I mean, if you want to consider it that.
Thinking of that
I do
astronaut
not
with
Nothing.
farts.
Nothing stopping.
Unfortunately, Mukong has decided to lay in the middle of a gap in the bodies.
Oh,
yeah.
He just hit the deck and just clank.
funny. Oh boy.
That's the noise
But the
of
others-
that's the noise of my cast hitting the floor, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is metal flooring, if you recall.
I do.
So the deal is that those of you who are hiding from vantage point like John, you are able to see the AUG begin to walk out towards the area where you guys are at, pausing every so often before you hear a high energy whir and a BAM! As a bolt of white hot energy shoots out through the head and heart of the person that it's going up to, stopping occasionally at random spots.
Oh, he's dead.
Bye.
He's dead. Checking the bodies.
As it wheels around the corner and you are all able to, those of you laying on the floor, if you crack an eye, you can see it.
Ooh, what do I see?
It is
It's coming.
mostly humanoid shaped. It has. It's not Chunk. It's not Chunk. Chunk isn't going through and murdering people, but what you are able to see is that it has kind of a molded face with out of some sort of ballistic material. You see all the different mechanical components on it, and despite how Foxy described it, it is not very liquid metal-y, but it is definitely a mechanical man. Its arm, however, is, it looks to be like some sort of large Gatling cannon type assembly.
Boy.
Oh,
Oh.
It actually
Kinda
does look,
joking with you.
it does actually look a lot like RoboCop, only less bulky.
Mm.
So,
So we're talking RoboCop with a sucker punch Gatling?
Are we talking the new RoboCop?
No.
Actually, no. That's actually a pretty good, approximation for what it looks like. The only exception being that
movie.
it looks like a terrible movie, but it actually has like a full mechanical face. It doesn't have what was it? The thing? Yeah, the full humanoid face. Yeah, see how it is like that? Except
Yeah.
replace it with like cameras for eyes that are glowing red as it's sweeping, and it's putting a red light.
RoboCop into a Cylon.
Let's go.
It was a cool design, at least. I like the design of that one.
Mhm.
But anyways, as its eyes are actually projecting light, and it's sweeping over the ground as it proceeds. Just you hear the whir and blam, whir, blam.
Blam.
It's getting closer and closer to you all.
Uh-oh.
Can I try and figure out where this thing's weak point or power source might be?
It would take a lot more concerted effort, and you would give yourself away from where you're laying. Unless you can keep your eyes open for a long time without moving them.
I'm technically able to.
Okay, you can give it a shot.
Freeze your own tear ducts, couldn't you?
Oh, what would I be rolling?
That would be a perception check. Just to see if you could get the view on him, and then you would need to be able to roll me a science check or a mechanics check.
Okay. Come on. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not able to hold your eyes open enough, and you cannot gain enough sensory data otherwise beyond just the occasional glance and what you can hear. So,
It's a science check, right?
it's getting closer.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh
Gonna-
god. It's over
Alright.
me, isn't it?
Let's see here.
You're about to taste pain.
I'm gonna taste pain. Alright, I will assign each of you a number.
Oh god.
1 through 7.
Seven.
And I'll arrange them on the board so you all can see. So this is your distance
There.
to the machine. Also your number. And alright. Oh god damn it. The fucking text is moving too. Alright. So as he progresses, I will roll against your stealth checks to see. So he approaches the next body, which is number 6. You're up.
That's me.
All right.
This is 11. Oh god.
He's watching over Mukong.
Mhm.
Mukong, you
Whatever.
better dead fish as best you fucking can.
And
All right. What is roll a stealth?
Oh, you want me to re-roll a stealth check?
Yeah, re-roll your stealth check as it's getting closer.
1 second. This actually may give me, because I got a +6 to my stealth, so maybe. Fingers crossed.
Get ready to go, people.
yep, we're all gonna
What?
die. Yep,
Hey.
we're dead.
Oh!
We're dead. All right.
On the.
Jesus Christ,
Alright.
Grace.
In that case, I'm rolling initiative.
Yes,
I'm rolling
because it is
initiative. I'm
exactly
gonna have
what
that
I
money.
wanted to say.
Calm down, calm down. You don't get to pick that, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Just yet.
It leans down, scanning, sweeping. It looks at Mukong, walks closer. You hear the engine revving up in the Gatling gun in its arm.
Oh god, we gotta do something then.
It reaches down and grabs you by the chest of your shirt and pulls you up.
I was actually, before you said that, I was about to roll for dexterity to see if I can just bolt out of the way.
Well, right now you're trying to play dead fish.
Wait, I heard him winding up the Gatling gun whilst breathing into my ear like a sex offender. I think I'm gonna try and move now.
Actually, I've got my club out and ready, man. I can jump this prick if we
I
need
got
to.
my body too.
You might need to. It's stooped down
Roll
and it's
initiative
and,
to him, I guess. We gotta jump him while he's still not aware of us.
Initiative. Do I do that again?
I mean, we can. Is there any chance some of us can at least try and get a cheap shot in if he's not aware of us?
right now you are all in
Spray
stealth.
black vomit?
You guys are all in stealth, so you do get a free jump on this fucking machine.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay,
do I
I'll
get
take
one?
it.
I got the body. I got the
No.
body.
You're
really?
grabbed right now, so
Oh, no.
Right, okay.
I have a
I'm
two-
still playing dead though, so
yeah, exactly. So you're like hoping to
You're
God
all
that it's
distraction.
convincing. Yeah.
So wait, okay.
So, do we still roll initiative first, or do we just do one attack outside of initiative order?
One attack outside of initiative order.
So it's
If you're
just
going to
one
attack it.
Okay.
If,
One
if I-
Or
guys
or
attack
or you could try and distract it, or you can try and do anything else. You don't have to fight this. Remember, you guys have a single gun, a pry bar, and a shiv between all of you to be able to fight it, and a club.
A club.
Two
And a
players.
With none of your
Some
powers.
claws.
No.
And this thing is a high tech combat droid.
Oh, and black acid.
Oh yeah, I'm Black Acid.
And black
you use
acid.
it for the.
You
Has it been 5 minutes? I guess so. The short rest has occurred since then.
I would go so far and take a mechanic. Or
Okay, I'm gonna
would
do a quick.
mechanics check. Maybe help to see if I can find some essential wiring.
Gonna try and disable the thing.
You cannot see any exposed wiring on its frame. Like look at the reference for the thing in gamma text. That's what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
practically self-contained.
Mm.
No, it is self-contained. Well,
So, who's gonna go
Well-
first?
Alright, fuck it, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Snake.
twat it, sneak attack it with my club, and I'm gonna hit the arm that's got the Gatling on it to knock it out of the way.
Okay. Go ahead, make your rolls.
Okay, so single attack.
Yeah, your club then would be.
The
Roll it.
oh shit.
shit.
No, that's the one was on the
Oh
damage.
yeah, right.
Stop.
Yeah.
First one is
Why-
if he hits.
Okay, so 25 to hit and 7 damage.
All right. So give me just a moment here because
Okay.
search video paste. Hopefully, it doesn't start this loud as shit. Okay, good.
Okay, John is gonna go next, and since some of his hypercognitive abilities are still in place, he's gonna go for an uncanny strike.
Oh wait, is this sneak attack?
This was a sneak attack, but basic.
Just me.
Win.
You just make the swing with advantage on a sneak attack.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you're not you rogue archetype isn't something in GammaWorld, so you don't get backstabs.
Okay.
So as far as it
Alright,
goes, unless you can like figure something special out, but in this case, you are just running up on it and just clubbing the shit out of it in the arm. So you're able to club it. Let me pull up my crap. Where the fuck is my book? Ah! I need the book. Do.
Good music choice.
Oh yeah, I love this mix because it has a lot of Carpenter Brute, and it's yeah, it's really good stuff. All right, tabletop gaming. There we go. GammaWorld.
You swear we're professional.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's not like I totally didn't like roll out of bed and start the game.
Totally.
Totally, absolutely,
Yeah.
and we're having a great time.
That's what was one is.
All right, so you swing at it. You are able to best its AC. However, it doesn't take quite as much damage as you would hope. You're able to bat it away as its servos were, and it looks straight at you, and that
Well,
red
that's what
light
I
is
was going
burning on
for,
you.
the bat rather than the damage.
Yeah.
No. No problem. Okay. John's gonna go next. And he's
Also-
going to use. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use the uncanny strike. John's trying to evaluate and try to find the best way to take it off balance.
Okay.
So even the thing might not get you might not get through the shell, but there's still a chance of keeping it keeping it vulnerable. So let's go.
All right.
Come on. Okay, submit. Oh yes, natural 20.
Oh,
Damn.
And it's my uncanny attack. So until the end of my next turn, everyone attacks against this thing get a +2.
So an
that's
additional
good.
+2 on top of your +2 advantage. So you get a +4 to your attacks on it.
If I attack twice, do I
Okay,
get 2 +2s?
because
2 + 4s.
yeah, you just put in the +4 and it should be rolling everything.
Yeah.
So, just a sec. So basically, I don't have my speedster critical, but I should have like something from your own end of the critical table.
You get max max damage possible
Mhm.
on that,
Mhm.
as well as let's see.
So it's 8 + 3 + 8 + 6. It's a 14 damage. +4. If
All
you
right.
get to hit this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how much damage was it that you dealt?
14 would be the maximum damage that I can do.
So 14. So that's 14 plus 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 21.
We probably barely made it done, have we?
You've done 21 damage so far to the machine, and for your critical hits, let's see.
John just twirls his club, moves.
Oh! Oh shit!
We're fucked, aren't we?
No.
No.
You got an epic. You got an.
It's from the good stuff. From the
Yeah,
good stuff.
it's from the good stuff. You got an epic success on that. So that means I have to roll another one for the epic success table. And that is a... you managed to, what were you nailing it with?
A piece of railing.
Oh yeah,
John made into a short club.
Into a short club?
Thanks to Meg.
So you
A light
basically...
finesse weapon.
Yeah, you two-hand that son of a bitch, and you fucking baseball swing into its side as hard as you can. There is a distinct crack as your bar bends from the impact blow, and you see a bluish liquid leaking from the side of the machine as it stumbles back, dropping Wukong. You have hit it in a weak point, and your target is now weakened. A save will end for it.
Okay, anyone else?
It's dropped me now. So
I'll
could
roll.
I
I'll roll
potentially
for
roll?
well,
No, you're flat on your back.
yeah.
So,
I,
who's still hit? Yeah,
I'm still,
anyone who's
I'm still stuck.
Yeah. The other one's out there.
So there's gonna be a flanking plus the advantage I grant you.
So it's a +4.
+4.
+4 to roll.
+4 to your roll.
Come on, money. Damn it!
So 14 plus
You rolled
4.
your-
That's a 17. Would be. Oh, did you?
Yeah, I added
go-
to it.
You already
No,
added to it.
no,
Oh,
no.
never
You
mind.
added +3 and wait, +9. Oh, okay. Yeah, Cordyceps is able to jump out, and he tries to beat
advantage.
on. Yeah, take advantage of it and beat on the machine, but
With the body, and it failed.
Yeah, the body just like thumps against it.
My body.
Your body.
Fucking
His
body
body,
club.
his choice.
You should have gone for a fatter guy. You went for Skinny Pete.
I know.
Skinny Pete was just not enough there, man.
Hey,
Actually, that's a good question. What does a human body count as? Is it a heavy two-handed weapon?
Yes.
Yeah,
Probably.
heavy improvised weapon. Yeah.
So, Carlin, you wanna get your legs in while you still can?
I want to
Yeah.
do my slashing claws while I'm at it. Shing, shing.
Remember, it's
Do it.
versus reflex and not AC.
And I got a modifier +2, right? Or +4?
+4.
+4.
+4.
Yeah, because of
John
John.
really found the sweet spot
Against-
on that thing.
Ooh.
John fucked it up. Yeah, that's a hit.
Whoa.
That is a hit.
That are
16
two
right there.
hits.
11 and 16.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's on reflex, right?
That's
Versus
a reflex.
its reflex.
Yeah, those are hits.
Damn.
Oh.
So
it's
essentially-
blinded! It's fucking...
She's fucking the thing up. She goes in and apparently the what was it? The internal sharpeners inside of her hands have filed her nails to monomolecular blades as she slashes through the composite armor that coats the machine.
Let's make cyborg spaghetti.
Why
So
couldn't
that's-
I get a freaking hit? I just want to hit something with the body.
Why, come on.
Carla can attack twice, can't she?
She also makes
Slashing claws ability.
Yeah.
It's one of her basic
Slashing
attacks.
claws is a-
That's its felinoid ability.
Yeah, so... I mean, they didn't declaw her, did they? So...
No, they didn't.
Nope.
It's integrated into her body. So
And
what's that
basically, it's like
mean?
casting fist. It's not an ability, if you know.
yeah.
Is the robot dead or it's still up?
Hold on. I'm
is
adding it up right now.
weakened, and blinded as status.
Wait, where did it get blinded?
Well,
From
Its
my
blood is a
slashing
feeling.
claws.
If both of them hit, if both attacks
Oh,
hit,
so
target
she
is blinded.
she clawed out its main sensor on its face.
until the end of the next turn.
And that's why you don't fuck with a 5-foot-tall Hispanic cat person. Cat woman, specifically, I should say.
All right, and that
Whoa,
was
I mean,
16. All right, you have dealt 48 damage to it in total so far, and what's it?
it's like, and this is just a cheap shot. Oh boy.
Is it just bloodied?
It is bloodied.
Orphan.
It is bloodied.
Because
Damn.
Maggie wants to do something.
Oh, I think I know what you.
She wants to vomit on top.
Actually,
Nah, utility got used. It got used
Oh.
kind of recently.
Yeah.
You did eat your
but you can springboard out of that trash can and smash the
use the
living
body.
fuck out of it.
Use the body.
Yeah, I can do that.
You
so-
can-
Well, no.
You could
She can
also
Well-
take a chomp a big piece out of it.
Yeah, and use the arm as a club.
What is the roll for a
Bite?
bite?
It is a strong melee attack for you.
It should be
Well-
+2, 1d10 damage.
So it's is it the same as my? Because I have the macros of.
Oh no, it's gonna have to be the highest of your Constitution or Strength, plus your level, +2 accuracy, because heavy attacks aren't as accurate as the light ones.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the having the +4
Up
on top
4,
of it. as
yeah.
well.
Yeah, so that will help.
See?
So it's
So
level plus
Level plus the relevant attribute. What's the highest of your Constitution or Strength?
my constitution is higher, so that's a +1.
So it's +1, +3, that's a +4, +2 from the attack, +5, +4 circumstantial, that's a
Oh.
+9.
So +9 altogether.
Yeah, 1d20, roll 1d20 +9.
Okay, here we go.
Nope.
It's a 14. I don't know.
14 versus AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
you jump out and try and kick it in the chest, and try to reach to grab to bite, but it stumbles back too far, and you sort of misjudged the jump. So your
damn
teeth
it.
just clack just inches from the machine as it stumbles.
That leaves.
Hungry.
My turn.
That leaves Dorian.
Yep,
he
Dorian's
wants
last
to
one,
get his-
if he wants to get a shot in.
Of course I do. I'm going to pull the classic vampire rising out of the coffin and just like rise up.
By the ankles. Just,
Rise up by the ankles and then pull a gat.
I have
No,
risen.
I'm gonna pull my
Plastic
shiv
cap
that I
and-
have, and I'm just gonna shove it straight inside of that little weak point where all the blood's coming out.
All right,
Well,
Roll it.
or the some sort of fluid.
Come on.
Remember, you get a
Right.
+4 on top of all of your normal additions to hit. Yeah, that's a hit. That's a hit.
That's a hit. And roll damage.
You get in there and you start shivving the living crap out of it, and the machine just kind of whirs and falls down to a knee.
Oh boy. So
Next,
now,
a picture of the fucking Iron Man. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Yeah.
hey, we did Avengers the fuck out of this thing right now.
We really did.
All right. So,
Initiative time.
It actually, you guys were able to deal enough damage in a short period of time that you have what it seems to be is if it was a living living thing, it would be knocked out. But the machine falls to its side and just kind of twitches on the floor. It's not destroyed, but
Whoa!
Can I rip its arm off?
Wait a
second.
second.
Gun on it.
I'm carrying the body.
Someone.
I'm carrying the body.
you might wake it up doing that.
Yeah.
That is
But
true.
if I actually rip its arm off, though, I've taken away a weapon from it.
Yeah, it would be de-armed.
Yeah, are you gonna risk waking it up?
But it's a strength attack, my dude.
Can we...
Also, give me like 2 seconds real quick.
Yeah.
I know horrible timing, but I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, that's
You're
okay.
Absolutely
All
not.
right.
That is not okay. No, I'm joking. I
Yeah.
I want to rip its arm off. I want to use it as a weapon.
Calm down, dude.
I
You gotta
wanna
wait
eat
a
it.
bit.
I want the body.
I mean, we're gonna have to make sure that thing doesn't get back up then.
Yep.
I'll make
we
sure
need
it
to,
doesn't.
we need to remove it from the equation, and by that I mean remove the minigun from its equation, and by that I mean I want a minigun.
We should examine it.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting an integrated weapon system to fire. After
Hey,
you just
dude.
more or less ripped it out, but yeah, if it works, it
I
works.
don't want.
I hope so.
I don't want it to use it. I want it to sell it.
You want it literally unarmed. Like
Oh my god.
Well,
That-
give it,
oh.
I was gonna say, give it a. I was
Hey.
gonna say, once we get back to the shop, I think I can rig it.
Yeah, but that hit though. Jesus. Talk about
I-
coming in when it mattered.
I just want to eat some ass.
I did.
what the hell? Even Gator heard that.
What you need?
Fuck,
so
man.
much for being
Sitting there in the
friendly.
John, and I hear, I just want to eat some ass. Like I had my.
In prison. Someone.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite get that butt munch.
Oh my god. Anyways, so essentially,
Things down for now.
the thing has been downed. Dorian, you take 4 electrical damage. That's
Messing with the internals.
yeah. The fluid is
Conductive.
Fluid.
it's a conductive fluid. So essentially,
Kill him.
no, it didn't kill the machine. It's
No.
Oh.
4 electrical damage.
John just twirling his baton. Mhm.
So,
Could just take it out. Like, we're all over its body.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
mean,
eat it?
I could hold onto its head and just pull.
I want to eat it.
Pop.
or you could feed it to Maggie.
Nom.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Body.
Maggie, do you want to eat the
Yeah.
head? Do you want to eat the arm off as well?
Yes.
So just eat
Just
if
leave the
Eat
gun.
the head.
Leave the
yeah
gun.
if you eat the
Leave
head.
the gun. Take the body.
What did you say, Gator?
If you eat the head, it'll be a coup de grace at that point, and yeah,
Eat the head.
I'll eat the head then.
Yum.
No.
crunch.
Crunch.
It's like
What does it taste like to Maggie?
it's a bit like a for you as you yawn wide and crunch over the head. It's a bit like a Scotch egg.
Ooh.
So like love.
Question. But can I pilfer it for spaces of shrapnel to imbibe on myself?
Yeah, you could actually.
I'm taking the
Um,
body.
Calm down, Doc. You're all just ascending on that thing like vultures. Jesus.
Well, yeah.
I'm ripping the arm off.
All for recycling, my dear.
Get-
All for recycling.
Give me a strength check on that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, like my character's roles have been making me look like a fucking invalid the entire the last.
You have a broken arm, so I think
so
fate.
it's kind of fitting.
Yeah.
19.
Oh!
You are able to, with a good foothold on it, you are able to wrench the arm clean out of its socket as sparks and more of that blue fluid flow around out of the socket.
I'm taking the body. The body's
I
mine.
know,
But yeah.
I know it's mechanical, but
Is there a human arm inside of the suit, or is it?
No, there's no human arm, but Maggie can tell that soft, squishy interior on what she ate was probably a brain.
Okay.
I'm carrying the body. I want the body as my new weapon.
I mean...
Do you want me to rip you off a leg or something?
No!
No,
I want
the
the
whole-
whole body. The whole body.
Yeah.
The whole body.
Surely you should
That
do
way
something
it's a
with
heavy
this.
weapon, and when I smack something with it, you better believe it's going to hurt.
you can have what's left. after
Yeah,
I've
pretty-
counted.
By the way,
You may want to, cannibalize that thing a bit faster.
Yeah.
Pretty sure there's more of it on the way.
I'm eating it. Don't worry.
Is there any
Crunch,
way
crunch.
I can get a minigun to fire?
You need a power source.
Hold on.
I need a power source.
You need a power source for it, and you're gonna need like Squigs or Carla to get rig it together.
Right.
Or maybe you can rip out Carla's arm and attach it to her.
Good luck.
I mean, Carla, do you want a new arm?
I prefer my claws. Thanks.
Do you reckon you can interface with this in some way by like opening it and putting it down your mouth or something and turning yourself into a country gun?
I could,
whole minigun
I,
is
I
that.
could try
To do
to maybe.
Insert
I
it into
could-
another hole.
I got.
Jesus.
Guys,
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
guys, I got a tail.
Yeah,
Crotch
that's true.
minigun.
Crunch. Oh! In any case, as Maggie is chomping through it, there are organics inside of the inside of the AUG. Poor bastard, whoever had this done to them had most of their body replaced, but you have like partial organs and things like that scattered throughout the main torso. So Maggie is basically eating crab right now with the armor plating for the exoskeleton thrown aside.
You freed him from his suffering.
So
Okay.
Carla's tail, does it have like a little case on the end that I can take off? It's like a 3-prong plug or something. Just plug into the back of the minigun.
I mean,
Oh,
technically
there's
her
more Avatar.
her claws,
So,
her claws. Remember, whenever you
Access port.
yeah, technically,
Integration only happens with small items. According to.
yeah.
Okay. Then I hand the minigun over to Carla. Hey.
She hasn't updated her her hardware
So-
quite yet.
Her OS.
Yeah, even that.
Let's see where I can
Can't you
attach
download
it.
more RAM?
Well,
Yeah,
So-
why don't you download more for
all right. So give me a what's it, you still have the stat block that I gave you for all the stuff for interface?
Should be.
It's,
on
yeah, and the miscellaneous notes or something. I
System
believe.
integration. This also goes for extra components.
Also, by the way, while you're looking at that, Stumfer, if you would like to salvage some stuff from it for more quote unquote shrapnel, you could probably use the exos. You could probably use the before Maggie eats it all. You could probably use the exoskeleton, like the outer frame housing, as improvised heavy armor.
Says, says
really?
nothing. Says
you need from
nothing. If you say it fits, it
Nothing.
fits.
Yeah, it's just you just integrate it into your body,
In
so
that
to
case,
you
I'll
wear it.
take another body. God damn it.
Got a minigun on my body.
Wait, so I can
can't
change
Wait.
from light to heavy?
Say a
Wait.
minigun.
Yeah, your armor is now heavy. Its class is heavy armor.
No, are you interfacing to make it usable, or are you integrating it?
What, the shell?
No.
Oh, Carla. Carla needs
Like
to Carla needs to just interface with it right now, because as it goes, like you have no idea how to make it fire or do anything, and yeah.
Just
Wait,
using
why
it.
would I lose
yeah.
4 AC by moving to heavy armor?
No, it's
Your dexterity modifier won't apply. Heavy armor doesn't
Yeah.
let you count that. It replaces it.
it's just a
But-
flat +7.
But I will give it a DT. So
Yeah.
a damage threshold. Yeah, that stuff. You have a damage threshold of 2. So while wearing that armor, anything that it will what's it negate?
Ignore
Yeah,
2 or lower.
2 or lower.
You just
Okay,
ignore it.
Yeah, Gator.
I'll do that.
I'm just wondering because I'm looking at the at will power 1. Does Maggie get any bonuses or effects that the material can convey?
Yeah, it depends on what
Shit.
yeah, it depends on what she ate and it's GM fiat. So right now you're eating like organs and mechanical components. So any damage that you've had is getting replaced with metal, similar to what happened before with your
Chief.
your teeth and whatnot. So you have metallic traits to your body right now.
Like where is it appearing at the moment?
Any cuts, any scars, things like that have latticed over. Your insides are quite literally cast iron right now.
Ooh. So
You are heavier. You're considerably heavier.
So okay, when Maggie jumps and she lands, how does it sound?
Clang. It's like you land with a thud right now.
So when John said you're putting on weight, doesn't.
Does make my ass look big.
Told you we're gonna get heavier.
But the deal is you now have resistance to any knockback effects.
Will do.
Nice. Also,
Oh,
my +2 soak, does that stack against my concurrent resistances?
Resistance.
Yeah, it stacks.
Yes! Get on!
So it's up to anything up to 7 in direct attacks. You'll be able to just.
Yeah, that gives me
Laugh it
basically
off.
a resist of 7. It's just like...
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, folks. We discovered if we get these things just right, we can put them down like anything else, but we can't go at it in a fair fight. So just to keep moving and hiding for as long as possible.
I got the
got-
body.
Also,
we got lucky
Car-
once. We're not gonna get lucky twice.
I
Yeah.
feel
Got
heavier.
another body. Got another body.
Of course, you're heavier. You're eating everything in sight.
But look, when I jump, I make a thud.
Clang.
Yeah, maybe
I
you
am
should stop
metal.
doing that.
You are
Also-
what you eat.
Metal.
Quite literally, in this case.
And
So,
smiles with
Sorry.
a metallic grin.
Yes, Gator. Yes, Gator.
Carla, were you going to try and interface with the arm? So we can go ahead and get that out of the way.
I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Should be,
what was the roll DC that I gave for that? For interface? Because this does
That
not
was
have a
not-
or
No. It should be there in the miscellaneous. Oh,
a science
no,
check, was it?
splicing a new connection.
yeah,
may be
she
done
needs.
on a science check of determinate DC. I think it's DMD fiat.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
decide
so
the
go ahead.
difficulty. It's a science check.
Give me a science check.
23.
23, good
You
enough.
you are able to sit there and sink your claws into the components while holding a few wires in your palm, and you now have access to the onboard components to this arm. It's taking a little bit of power out of yourself to be able to run the onboard components, but it's not too much more strain than normal for your body. And you are given the specs. It's almost like you have an additional, like you actually do have an additional arm. You feel, but the deal is that you know that you do not have enough energy to be able to run the cannon. However, by borrowing your energy, you see that the Gatling gun shapeshifts back into a standard robotic hand.
It's easier to carry, at least.
Yeah. So
There's
it's quite heavy, but it also does transform. So for sheathing, sort of deal.
So I got 3 arms now,
Um,
technically.
You don't have enough energy to be able to run the arm. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So you need to figure out you need to figure out like something else. for
Integrate.
it.
Yeah.
Hold on. The question that we need to ask is: does she have the right to bear this arm?
You might very well.
Oh.
Yeah. She'll need. You will
Second
know that
Amendment.
yeah. You will know in order to fully integrate it into your system, you'll need a little bit of time, and you will have to uncouple
One of the
the arm for where it will match, and then you'll also have to do a retrofit, which will need some scrap, and aside from that, you will have to make one more intelligence check to be able to hack the firmware. But otherwise, that'll be it. You'll be able to actually use that as a as an arm weapon.
See, I told you guys I'm smart. Right.
Yep. You need to keep going quietly, if possible.
I'd like to just keep like rifling through pockets and see if I can find like a shiv.
We're going stealthy now?
Yeah. Do you plan on letting these things know we're coming?
Mm-mm.
Okay, good. We got lucky. That's not gonna happen every time.
Sorry, so numbing.
Don't worry. Silent is my second name.
Silence.
So we need to.
So
we need to keep going.
Well, the question is, where do you go? Mukong is rifling through pockets, finding more and more cigarettes, as well as he has acquired a collection of about 4 shivs.
Sweet. I'll just mark those down quickly.
The shivs can be used as throwing weapons. Yeah. Otherwise, there's not too much around there. You guys haven't eaten since yesterday. Well, aside from Maggie, but you definitely haven't drank anything since then either.
Yeah. So we're close to the cafeteria.
Yeah, the canteen is there. Well, the canteen is half burning, but yeah, you can probably get
salvage
anything
for food.
Cigarettes.
I promise not to eat it all.
If we can find enough food.
I can't smell cigarettes.
Well, you don't have to search for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
Mukong,
just
you
to
have
search for...
you have about 3 packs. You have about 3 packs worth of cigarettes.
60.
Yep, 60 individual cigarettes.
Can I?
Cool.
And salvage.
Perception. I mean, what's the roll?
It's
it's perception.
A skill, it's right there. Perception. It's right.
I hand the shivs to John because they are thrown weapons. And I'm
Fair
like,
enough.
I can't throw for shit.
Right, and because I'm going to go by regular GammaWorld rules, as long as it's a primitive throwing weapon, easily retrievable, manufactured, so it counts as it's treated as infinite ammo.
Oh.
If it's easily
That's keeping track of, it's like bullets that are the rare resource, but I'm
Right
going
now-
by vanilla rules anyway.
In this instance, I'm going to say, considering that you don't have access to a lot more, I'm going to say that these are going to be limited, just for this
Fair
instance.
enough. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as
Alright, so
So, yeah.
I'm
checking.
Yeah.
Two.
2 shivs. John.
Yeah.
We'll do. I know it's a light one-handed throwing weapon.
Is there any more?
5 squares range. Okay, perception. Let's go for food. We need food,
Alright.
need water. We're gonna pass out.
I'll search for that.
Oh, that's 12.
All right. You are all able to succeed. Dorian,
Fine.
not so much so.
I'm not used to looking for my own food.
Try
That and the
I'll
heat
help a
doesn't
bit,
agree with
I'll
you.
help a bit. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Carla got
Nope.
Carla gets distracted by a mouse.
What's the shit?
Yeah, there was a rat that was nibbling on a dead body, and she sees it and runs off after it.
There she goes.
However, those of you who did better than 12 or better, you are all able to sort of sort it out. You are able to find, let's see here. you're able to find about 2 days worth of food for all of you. And that's each of you that made a success. That's 2 days worth of food for one person. So you can combine that together. And you are also able to get at the sinks. It's a little bit dangerous, but you can fill up some bottles and things that are in the back. They're little they're kind of like kids' safety sippy cups almost. Just to prevent.
How many days of water?
From what you fill up in it, you have enough water for. Let's see here. Well, you weren't able to find a lot of containers. You only have about 1 day's worth of water split between all of you. In containers. So about a single water bottle for each of you.
So 2 days food.
Okay. Will do.
Okay.
Should we continue moving towards the main control tower?
Yes.
Mm.
Let's, in the name of science and my body, I'm gonna name him George.
Why not
His name
Bobby?
is like right there on his.
We didn't go with Squishy.
Squishy.
Oh,
He was
I
squishy.
have a body over my head. It's my little mushroom cap just has a body hanging from it, like a really dead body, just like.
Like
It's-
really dead, not just like a little bit dead. Really
It's actually starting to mold.
Ill.
It's partially eaten.
Right, I get it. Because Seps is slowly eating the corpse.
Yes. And it's a good weapon for the time being. I
He's
just want
basically.
some fucking tea.
Why wouldn't you want a baseball bat made out of chocolate? Like I get it.
I was gonna say a baseball bat made it, or like fighting with a giant chicken drumstick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess that's what it
Maggie
is.
wants
Spyro we're
that.
talking about. I am now a Rhinoc.
When the hell did he manage to breadcrumb the thing? Never mind.
Covered with. Oh, never mind.
Okay, so you guys are all going towards the control tower then.
Mm.
Okay.
I will.
The doors to the thing are carbon scored, and there are holes in the thick, heavy blast doors that go on the control tower. From what you remember, there are sparks raining down from broken light fixtures and other things. Like this tower's pretty fucking tore up.
This is where the fun begins.
As you approach it, the doors actually do open as the Vox unit kicks on.
We are all screwed.
Enter the lift, please.
Oh no.
The door kind of like rumbles and sort of snaps back closed for a second before opening and dragging as it opens, like something is seriously damaged with the door.
Oh.
But the carriage is there, and the the ballistic glass surrounding it is cracked and damaged.
One good hit could probably shatter the rest.
It'd take a little bit more than that, but it's certainly beat to fuck.
Oh well, the right hit.
Yeah.
At the right angle.
In that case,
Oh.
I think this is the work for my new pal George.
No. I'm gonna just rest my hand on the moldy corpse, which I regret thinking of.
No, you just shake it off.
Oh no!
Like,
The glass,
None of
the
this
the glass surrounds it, but it's open where you're at. Like think of it like the elevator in Fallout 4 in the Institute. Yeah. So it's like remember when you guys came here before, it's just like it's clear so that the security room can see who's coming up and down the lift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Stamper shrugs and steps on.
Okay.
I step on it as well.
All right.
I ready my my staff in a monk's
I ready my
pose.
body. My body is ready.
Oh.
You were just
Wanted to do
waiting
that
for it.
so badly.
Oh my god.
Is that the only reason you picked up a corpse?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh fuck you, dude! I fucking hate you sometimes.
Subtract XP.
He gets brained by God for that.
All right. So, just as making sure with it, everyone's on it now, and you're being lifted through. And as the lift goes, it's kind of jank and it's ratcheting as it goes. You see the interior of the guard tower. There are dead guards all over the place.
Oh yeah. Now is when we start looting for real.
Yeah, can we look for
Guns.
However, you do notice that as you're going up, you do see Augs patrolling.
So we gotta do it carefully. Oh boy.
Please
You
tell me
reach-
there's an electric stuff.
You reach to the
Oh,
top.
no.
You reach the top, and the door clicks open. And sitting at the console is a sweaty and doubled over chunk holding a pretty bad gut shot.
Oh fuck.
Chunk, you
Oh.
alright, buddy?
Hey there, Mr. Dorian. I'm glad you got out all right. Oh God,
Doc,
Johnson.
can you stabilize them?
I've lost
I can do.
too
Just
much
put-
blood. Don't worry
Put down
about
the
me.
fucking corpse.
I did.
Yeah.
Put down the corpse. Sign check.
Yeah, for medicine. That's
Medicine?
the closest thing we got. Your medicine is under science.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Also, just as a heads up, we are coming up to the limit for
Today.
for Nell's time here with us, so we're going to be wrapping this up pretty soon.
I think this is a good bit.
Yeah, and I think actually like this would be the proper time. Just come up. Oh, I'm glad you guys made it out all right. Oh,
Fuck you, Chunk.
So, Chunk, what you're saying is you no longer have the capabilities of doing the truffle shop.
he could do it, but his intestines might fall out. But
I'm not eating that.
When you die, I'm gonna fuck your wife.
oh my God.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Russ.
Oh, God,
Really?
why?
Really?
And I'm going to make sure that your children end up in the firing squad.
Holy fuck! Okay.
Interaction
Look.
with...
Well, okay. We
Let's stop.
those are not official
Hey.
things for it
No,
because because this is at the end of the session.
I was gonna say, because why would you kill the children? You can use better experimentation on them.
Oh God, fuck off. Okay. While we still
enough.
have
That can wait.
while we
Let's
still
stop.
have Maggie, while we still have Maggie with us, let's go ahead and pass it around the table for questions, comments, favorite parts, starting with Nell.
No, yeah.
I like how she's eating everything inside and actually help the guys get some weapons out of the guard rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. And she's exploring her abilities a little at a time.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I like about it right now.
Organically,
And-
sort of discovering what she can do.
Yep. That's what I'm enjoying it so far. And of
Okay.
course, that little altercation between John and Maggie, because Maggie wasn't liking when John just stomped on her foot and then open her mouth, because she means it. And if John does that again, she won't hesitate to bite that hand off.
Yum.
She wants John to ask first. That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
she wants.
Remember, consent is sexy.
Yeah. And honestly, I thought Mukong was really gonna go with hitting Maggie with a pipe.
Oh no.
Because that would be awful.
Please, can we not do that?
No.
Yeah, go on. Player voices now, go on.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot.
okay.
Alright. Now go. Your parent, your friend, whoever needs you.
Yeah, I need to put on my costume for the thing. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Go have fun.
Have fun.
Go have fun.
Will
Have
do.
fun.
You guys take care. Be good. Don't burn this house down. Whatever resembles that.
No promises.
No promise.
I prefer. Okay, I expect ashes then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.
All right. So, next on the list, Carla. Questions, comments, favorite part?
I actually loved the part when you made it a bit of a game. Who is going to get targeted by the cyborg?
Yeah.
Because it could have been everyone.
Yeah, it could have been. Like, you guys had pretty good stealth for it, but I was like, well, this thing is already doing sweep and kill, so it's just double checking on the bodies. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
disappointed that there's no photoshopped images
Hold
of a cat with a tail flexing, like with an arm instead of a tail.
I'm just really thinking about just detaching the tail and putting on the arm instead, like having an arm on the back. Could look cool.
It could.
Oh, geez.
I mean, it's
I
shapeshifting
just
as well,
want
so
to
you
learn
could-
Off your
arm.
shoulder. Give yourself an
Ish.
extra arm on the side that can
It's-
turn into a Gatling gun.
It's a shape-shifting thing. It can look like a tail.
True.
Well, you don't know that quite yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
let's
not
try it
meta game
out.
yet.
Yeah, you could technically have a Predator, a Predator style or War Machine style fucking Gatling arm coming out of your top of the back of shoulder.
Pure
What kind
Gargamon.
You've already got Predator vision. You can combine that with the thing
Go
coming
full
off. So.
Gargamon. Have Drum Upper. I need my Digimon.
I don't even know what that was. That English?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Moonspeak.
I don't know.
Speak. Anyways, so go on. So yeah, you've got some options to think about until next session in that thing. And moving along, Dr. Cordyceps, how about you?
I was finally able to say this entire time, my body is ready.
Oh God.
You just wanted to say that so
Oh yeah,
desperately.
I had bodies everywhere. My body weapon, my body is ready.
When you let go of the body and put it down, did you let the body hit the floor?
Yes.
Oh, it's just getting worse and worse.
It is.
Yes.
I mean, the worst part is I just need somebody to love. Like I don't have anybody to love.
No.
Yes, it's very important.
Jesus.
Aren't you
Anything
then
else, Wigs?
everybody's fool?
I mean, I wish I had more, but you know, I fucked up on bashing him over the back with a fucking dead corpse. So.
Well, it's not exactly the most alright, the
Hey,
most
dude, come on!
balanced weapon.
You just came out of one of the worst beatings I've
Beating.
ever seen anyone
Yeah.
take in D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's still ridiculous that you were able to swing an entire body as easy as you did.
I'm Dr. Cornelius Theodore Seps. Fuck you. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but dude, we were there, man. You literally had the cock slapped out of your mouth. It was that bad.
it's surprising considering how much cock you.
Oh, let's not go there. All right. All right. So, John, how about you?
Well, we found out who would win, a highly advanced cyborg or one pipey boy.
Aw.
I saw him kill robot with a fucking pipe. What kind of man does this?
You fucked it up good, man. You super speeded in and just like
Not
fucking
even
World
that.
Series.
No, it wasn't even that. He scanned the exact possible worst location and knew exactly what catastrophic damage.
Yeah.
What fucking kills me about that is that you laid some pipe in this session, and you didn't even have to roll a charisma check.
Oh my god.
He just knew. It just worked.
Hey,
It just
dude,
worked.
It's a good thing that it's dead, or else it'd be pregnant.
But yeah, I was actually. No, I mean he's been more of a background guy, but it's funny how a character can just suddenly like finally have that spotlight hit him in the biggest of ways. That was really, and again like the tension when you try to hide from the thing. and it almost just perforated Wukong. It was really good moments overall.
That fight would have turned out very, very different if you guys had.
Things didn't go.
If you guys didn't deal enough damage to knock it out in the first shot, like I was genuinely concerned. You only bloodied it with all of that shit.
But it's just a huge sequence. I think the weakening. Carla also came in for the kill. And blinded. Just everything went just almost like as almost absolutely perfect. It was really good. Just the team effort also in bringing that thing down was very satisfying, for sure. Really liked it. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So next on the list, Reese. I always end up trying to pronounce it differently because I'm retarded.
Yeah, well, just imagine you're saying rhesus macaque.
I know, it takes me a second to remember. Okay. Also, I'm trying to resist calling you Dap.
Yeah.
I know, I'm just irresistible. It's okay.
Oh, God.
Favorite part of the day was plundering an entire dead prison and getting shivs and cigarettes and a pack of matches.
Also, you all have gained 200 XP for the last couple of sessions. Yeah.
How much do I have?
We are now to 2,450 total.
Yeah.
This is for everyone.
I got 2,500.
Yeah, because of extra role playing. Yeah, special role playing.
Because of the soap and the tits comment.
Yeah.
I know what I'd rather have out of the two of those though.
All right. Anyway. So, but yeah, go on.
Yeah. Plundering, and for some reason the dice roll is just making my character look like a bumbling fuckwit.
It's not that you have. You're, for one thing, you're medicated right now, and for another thing, you have quite a severe wound that your body is trying to recuperate.
Still.
So, but yeah, you're not exactly on top of your game right now, but you know, you'll come back from it. You'll bounce back.
I need this fucking collar off so I can remove the drip in my neck.
Yep.
No, I got a feeling that when I remove that, it's just gonna be like, you'll see like demon fire come out of my fucking ears or something.
More than likely.
It'll be like Popeye eating spinach. It'll be like we'll just punch through a wall or something to prove that the demon's back. Anyway, favorite parts. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So, Josh, how about you? Dorian.
I survived 2 full sessions.
No. More importantly,
with combat.
Yeah,
for 2 sessions.
Yeah.
I still took damage, but I survived combat.
Yeah.
For the very first time.
You can heal it back up. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finding a way to get rid of the collars and seeing everybody in their prime abilities be able to take down some of these.
Try my new ability.
I'm never gonna be.
I never want to see my new ability.
Yeah, for obvious reasons.
Well, I kind of don't and do, just as a change of pace.
Yeah.
Because once you see my new ability, you would be very, very interested.
But
yeah,
good things ahead, for sure.
All right. And
I'm really glad I got the chance to sit there and shank the shit out of something.
Yeah. Would shank again. 10 out of 10.
No, we're just
10 out of 10.
I gave it a really good shanking.
You got revenge against the robots. How does it make you feel?
You technically did.
That's true.
Yeah.
You technically did.
Alright. Last but not least, Stomfer.
I've actually got a couple of things.
Okay.
Numero uno is the fact that my crossbow now does it.
Does what?
Oh, the named stuff whenever he fires.
Boom. Boom.
Sign my nine.
That's just amazing. And the cascade of bad that we visited on that poor fucking bot boy was just
I know.
fucking awesome.
Oh man, you guys had
We ripped it apart.
you had stupidly good luck with that. Holy
I know.
fuck!
I mean, considering that I hit it and I pretty much hit it for like a tink, I'm like, oh shit. But then like fucking John Boy comes up behind me, he's just like, twang! I'm like, okay, yeah, this could work, keep going.
No, it went with a twang, and then it went twing, twing, twing. Each time, you're just like, oh shit. And then Feldy just goes, twing, twing, twing. I was sad. Mine just made a squishy noise because I wasn't able to use my fucking body.
Wait, I just thought you were using a dead body as a weapon. Does that mean you do necrotic damage?
No.
Nah.
Nah.
No.
Physical. Necrotic means something. Necrotic means something very specific in the
I'm
game.
using erotic
I know.
Erotic. Oh.
No, bad.
Please nerf.
Oh no!
Let's
Oh
just say he's
no!
getting Physical.
Oh.
Get physical.
He wants to be in love with somebody. I don't. I can't.
Alright. But
Oh, I get.
that being said, I hope that you all had a fantastic time today. I am sorry that we couldn't do a longer session to keep going into the meat of things. Technically, this session was originally supposed to be about 4 hours. So we got about halfway into it, 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, we're making progress to Prison Break. Yeah, and everything has everything did go pear-shaped. But,
possible longer sessions, the closer we can start to 8 o'clock GMT, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, potentially. If we start doing like earlier sessions or something like that, if you guys are up for that, we might be able to. Because originally, I think the 3 o'clock slot was decided on, partially because of making me wake up early, trying to get me out of bed in time for shit. But also I think it was because originally Josh wasn't able to be around until 3. I don't remember. Josh, you can correct me on that if I'm wrong. That and the same thing for you, Squigs, if memory serves. But yeah, if we like, if you guys are down for it, we might be able to just like set up for
Really?
Yeah, set up for maybe. What's it set up for? Maybe like.
We can discuss this off stream.
Yeah. Well, it also goes to show.
The viewers,
our viewers. So like,
Yeah,
we'll talk about. Yeah, we'll do after stream discussion. So if you guys are not a part of the Deplorable server group, go ahead and join it. Whoever's in the chat right now, go ahead and post up a link for the invite code for it on Discord. We got all kinds of fun stuff that we do on there. Aside from that, I'm trying to think of, do we have anything else before we need to wrap
we covered everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone got a turn to speak, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, XP has been awarded, yeah?
XP has been awarded, and yeah. Alright then. That being said, you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope that you all have a good time and that your Monday is not so harsh. And we hope to see you back here very soon. Aside from that, do check in with us later on. We might be doing some more Tabletop Simulator, as well as some of the other stuff that we have. Like, I know I'm going to be probably doing some more All the Mods streams and stuff like that, so, yeah.
Brawlhalla! Download Brawlhalla!
And don't forget, same Gator time, same Gator channel.
There you go, fellas.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.